Hello, Stampers. Kim Wolff coming to you here, and this is a Zoom type screen. So I hold classes this way on Zoom. You can watch me feed live to Facebook in a special group for my classes, or you can watch the tape version later, like I'm doing now. So this is a demonstration on how to make a penny card. So if you were at the Auburn event, I had two choices for a penny card. This was a take and make, and then I recorded this video ahead of time so you could take it and make it at home along with me in this video. So if you've never made a penny card, I hope that you learned something new. If you have made a penny card, I hope you liked mine and that's why you got it. So let me show them to you. So the first one is this one. There's nothing I wouldn't brew for you, and this is on a penny and it rolls back and forth. Isn't that fun? I think these are so fun to get in the mail. And this is a penny card, and I'm going to show you what I mean by that in a second. Then I made a happy birthday card with gnomes, and if I slide this little thing over, it says like gnome other here. And can you see the shiny I've got on the balloons and on the cupcake? Those are with shimmer brushes, but again, I'm tipping it back and forth, and this is a penny card. So let me show you how to make those two cards. So I'm going to grab this one. I use this thin cut. It's called Coffee Helps, and it comes with stamps and thin cuts. What do I mean by that? So stamps, these are stamps. They go on a block. You take them off of this carrier sheet. If you've never used them before, you put them on a clear block, you stamp, and then you put them right back on here. That way we can use our blocks over and over and over. And then thin cuts you use in your die cutting machine. So these are thin cuts, and they cut them out in the shape of some of these stamps. How do I know which ones have thin cuts and which ones don't? If you look at the front, if they're highlighted in this blue color, that means there's a thin cut. Now, for many, many, many years, I'd stamp and just fussy cut around them. So you definitely can do that too. But there's some really fun other sayings in this set you could have a lot of fun with. That's the first one. And then the second one is this one. It's with Party Gnomes. There's the name of it. Again, I use the stamps and thin cuts so that all your pieces were already cut for you. And then all you have to do is cut them or color them. So these are the ones that are already stamped and cut for you. They had thin cuts, and then we've got a bunch of really fun sentiments in there. All right, so that is my what I used. So let me set those aside. So let's make this one. I'm going to set this one aside so it's not in the way for a second. Okay, and we'll put that up there. All right, so in your kit, and I'll show you the other one if you got that one too. So in your kit, don't lose this little thing. This is what makes our penny work, right? So we've got this, and then I've got the other one. So let me go through it quick and I'll show you what I mean. So these are pretty easy to put together. So this piece is your card base, and this is how I set up both of them. So you're going to put this down first. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. So if you want to make this one along with me, and you're going to use, I designed both of them pretty much the same. So the base, this 4x4 piece is going to go on the base. And then I have this other piece that's going to go right next to it, and it's 1 1/4 inch, because we know if we have a 5 1/4 inch length, it's going to fit really nicely on our 5 1/2 inch wide card, right? Make sure when you're putting them on, your card opens this way. How many of us have actually done it backwards? Right here, I've done it. All right. And then what we need to do is we need to pop this. If you don't pop it, your penny's not going to work. So see how I popped that? So you're going to do that same thing. So I'm going to go ahead. First, I want to put my sentiments on. I think it will be easier to push down without the pops behind it. So let's put that on this piece. This is going to get centered. This color is charcoal right here. So I'm going to put that here. And that's going to go in the center. And now I'm going to pop this. So I have some foam pops here. So let's see if I can. Now, one thing you want to make sure is you don't put any foam pops too close to this, because it'll get in the way of your penny card. Okay, so we're just going to put them at the top. And before we actually glue this down, we're going to make sure that everything's going to work out well. So we're just going to take the adhesive off one side of our foam pops. And again, I'm not going to go too close to my opening. So I'm going to go up here just a tad. And I'll show you why in a second. So I had some old foam tape where the backing, so we don't waste any of it, right? So we had the circles that came out that I cut for you, and then I had the in-between parts. This is the in-between parts. All right, and then down here, I need to have really skinny pieces because it can't get in the way of my penny. So I'm going to cut these in half and just have little ones because I do need it to pop, but I don't want it to get in the way of my penny. So really close to that bottom edge. I cut all my nails off because I had a crop this weekend and I knew I would break them. And now I am struggling getting things apart. So, all right, and then one more. And before I take the adhesive off here, I want to show you what this means. So I'm going to grab my little coffee cup here. And I just used shimmer brush. So see how that's so shimmery? Have you ever used a shimmer brush? This one is an older shimmer brush. It's called Sugar Plum. And I've already got some kind of loaded in that. It stays pretty loaded. So I'm going to go ahead and color in my heart. And then I'm going to color in the bottom of my cup. You have some really pretty colors. My website is Kim Wolff. That's with 2 F's, Kim, WOLFF, Kim Wolff, .closetomyheart.com. And you can pick yourself up with a bunch of shimmer brushes. So here is my coffee cup. Oh, I forgot the handle. I want to get the handle too. Let me get that. See how quickly this is? And it dries almost immediately, which is super cool. But lots and lots of fun to use shimmer brushes. I'm going to take the circle part. Now, you're probably going to have a little bit of extra stuff on here. Make sure you get that little extra stuff out. It's just the way I cut it to package it for you. You only want the circle, okay? So we're going to put that on the back of our little coffee cup. Oh, no, we're not. Wait. We're going to put that on between our penny because our penny needs to roll. So we're going to put it on one side of our penny. And then we're going to take it and put it on the other side of our penny. You know, this is live, right? So this is what happens. So we're creating this thing that's going to roll. So you want to make a sandwich like a little Oreo, penny, foam dot, penny, and that's going to go on the back of this. Now, I highly recommend glue dots. And that's where I failed here. I forgot to grab my glue dots. So I'm going to grab my glue dots and I'm going to pull this off. Now, if you'll notice, I have a little ribbon around this. And what I do is I tie that around here so that I can peel this back. It doesn't uncover any of my other glue dots. Now I can take my penny and put it right on here and pull it off, or I can use a pokey tool, whatever works best, but that pulled it off nicely. And then that's going to go on my coffee cup like that. And then what you're going to do is you're going to slide this in between that opening, and that's going to create that slide with your coffee cup. Now I just want to make sure it's not going to hit anything, and you can see I did well. It's not going to hit anything. So I'm going to go ahead and pull all my little pieces off. Grab my little papers off the back of these foam dots. And penny cards, boy, you can be creative with penny cards. You can use this on so many of your stamps. You can use some of your stickers, other embellishments, and you can just have a lot of fun. And when the receiver on the other end, just have a ton of fun. I find myself just rolling it back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. So now I'm going to put this on here and I'm going to center it. So I'm going to center it all the way around on that paper below. Push it here, here. And now I have just made another penny card. How fun is this? Is that not awesome? Really quickly, let's look at the other one. So if you got the gnome card, let's see how we put that together. You're going to get your pennies and do it exactly the same way that I did. And I put, let me move this coffee one out of the way now. I put the penny on the back of the little gnome on the cupcake. Isn't she fun with her little braids? Okay, so we've got that. So that's going to go on the back. These two pieces are going to go together to create your sentiment. This, I actually popped my paper on this one. You can pop it or not pop it. It's up to you, but I wanted this piece to set right on top of it flush. So that's why I popped it, so she wouldn't be. But you could pop her, put this paper down right on the card and then pop her and then tape her or adhere her on this edge. So this edge would be flush to your paper and this side would be popped. So it's really up to you on how you want to do that. Remember, you've got to pop this one on top of this to create that area in between for your pennies to roll. Okay. Colors. So if you want to color it the same that I did, I used, and I'm going to show you this so that you can stop this and copy them down if you want to. I used for ink, I used the Lagoon ink, Lagoon right here on the sentiment, intense black on my two gnomes, because that way they will not react with my alcohol markers. So intense black is what we use. And then my markers, I use tri-blend. I use citrus blend, fair skin, gold brown, green turquoise blend, aqua blue blend, ice blue blend, and then I used a clear shimmer brush. Okay, let me show you what I mean. So I colored each one of my balloons. I drew a little bit of a rectangle and I didn't color in that. And then when I was done, I shimmered, just clear shimmer brushed the balloons. Over here, I just used different shades of the colors here to create a really fun cupcake. And then I shimmered the top of the cupcake there. I had some fun with both of their braids. And then the fair skin is their skin on there. Okay. And again, it just rolls back and forth. Isn't that fun? So that is the second card. I am a close to my heart consultant, so I would love, if you like any of this or any of our other products, if you could go to my website. It's Kim Wolff, and I'll show you on this is our current catalog. Show you, and again, you can get that. It's kimwolff.closetomyheart.com. My email, if you'd like to email me, is kimwolff201@gmail. And then, of course, there's my phone number. I hold monthly classes. They're very reasonably priced. I will ship the cards to you. You can make them with me online on Zoom. You can watch a Facebook Live, or you can watch the tape version. Once you are in that class, you're invited to a Facebook group specifically for that class, and we have a lot of fun. I do mystery hostesses for each of my classes. So if you make a purchase and you link it to that class, you're entered in the mystery hostess for all of the hostess rewards. So I hope you like my take and make. I had a lot of fun putting this together. If you have any questions at all, feel free to send me an email. If you'd like to join my mailing list, please send me an email and I'll be happy to send you or add you to that group of emails. It goes out maybe twice, sometimes 3 times a month with my class list. So please email me. And again, I hope you had fun and I hope we got to meet each other at the Auburn show. You guys take care. All right. Bye.